Hey guys, Clyde here. I wasn't planning on making a video this week at all. However, we got some great news and I wanted to share it with you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Our top story, and indeed our only story today, is the methods of distribution of some new ships, some highly anticipated ships that have been on their way to World Warships here for a little while. In particular, the Forrest Sherman, which people have been talking about. Now, World of Warships has not officially announced until today how players were going to be able to acquire these ships. First of all, we'll start off with the Incomparable. The Incomparable is a 1915 design for a gigantic fast battlecruiser armed with count them, six 508mm guns in 3 turrets. Incomparable is essentially a British Shikishima. Of course, it will have some of its own characteristics and things, but man, this is big, 508mm guns. She's notable for her good speed, powerful AA, but not the best armor. It does say that there are some consumables on board, including engine boost, specialized repair teams, and short-range hydroacoustic search. It'll be interesting to see the parameters of all of those things as the ship comes out. She's also armed with 2 quadruple-tubed 533mm torpedo launchers, and the big news for this one is the way we're going to be able to acquire this ship. It's going to be available for steel. Next up is the Forrest Sherman. This ship has been a hot topic of discussion on the Clyde Plays Discord, as well as on our streams, Clyde Plays Live, which you can watch us on twitch.tv/Clyde Plays Live. The Forrest Sherman is a United States destroyer that was built shortly after World War II. It's got 3 very rapid-firing 127mm guns. Now, I'm not sure this is how the ship is going to come out. However, in recent testing, that reload on those guns is 1.5 seconds, so it's very quick-firing guns with 533mm single-tube torpedo launchers. Those are placed in pairs on the on the port and starboard sides of the ship. This ship is going to be available for coal. We had a lot of speculation about Forrest Sherman. We thought it might be a steel ship. We thought it might wind up in the Research Bureau. And we said, no way it's going to be available for coal. But we've been surprised before, and we were surprised this time as well. So Forrest Sherman coming out for coal. Next is Sevastopol, which is a large artillery ship. Now, this thing is kind of an interesting build. If we take a look at this ship, it says it resembles a swift, small battleship. The ship's main armament is represented by 6 380mm guns in 3 turrets. This is a thing that Wargaming has been doing again and again and again. They are increasing the caliber of guns available in the game and then reducing the number of barrels. This is making for a situation where we see a lot of very powerful salvos being launched, big explosive damage that happens less often. Think of it as a critical hit in Dungeons and Dragons or something like that if you guys are tabletop nerds like I am. But like these things that don't happen very frequently, but when they happen, they're huge explosive alpha damage. And we're seeing it again here with the Sevastopol. Now, what's crazy about this is this ship, take a look at the little logo right here. This is a cruiser. It is a cruiser that runs 380mm guns. Now, at tier 10, those aren't very big battleship guns, but against tier 8s, this is basically a battleship that's taken up a cruiser slot. This is going to be a very, very interesting ship, and some would probably accuse it of being broken. That ship's going to be available in the Research Bureau and could be an interesting pick for people who like that sort of gameplay. It says that Sevastopol is equipped with fast damage control team, defensive AA fire, hydroacoustic search, and engine boost with a short action time. Let's see, but a larger bonus to speed. So it's going to have a higher speed engine boost. That'll be interesting. I'm not sure what the percentage is going to be. Time will tell. Pan American battleship Atlantico is going to be our next dockyard ship. So that's a tier 8 battleship. If you've never done one of the dockyards, maybe they're not for you. It is a way to get a premium ship. Some would say it's at a reduced cost through completing some missions. You do have to pay for a few of the stages along the way to unlocking these ships, but definitely check out the dockyard next time it comes out. See if Atlantico is for you. Atlantico is going to struggle a little bit because it doesn't have a large captain pool. It's going to be the, I think, 3rd ship in the Pan American line after the Juria and the Nueva de Julio. And so there aren't going to be lots of folks who have high-powered captains for it. But if it's a good ship, it might be something that's worth doing. Definitely recommend looking into that as it comes out. Several months ago, we also announced, Wargaming announced changes to the German and USSR tech trees, and they say here at the beginning of 2022, Große Kurfürst and Khabarovsk will be replaced with the branches, or in their branches, by Preussen and Delny, respectively. After the replacement, Kurfürst and Khabarovsk will be available in the armory for coal. Details about these changes are available on our development blog in previous articles, and we've talked about those on this YouTube channel as well. So definitely go and look into those if that's something you're interested in. I'm personally very excited about the Delny. The Preussen is less interesting. It's really just a Kurfürst with better AA. It's got the exact same secondaries. It also has bigger main battery. I shouldn't forget that. That's actually the critical thing. But really, it's just 457 millimeter guns, but fewer of them and more AA. So it's a little less interesting to me. The Kaba change to Delny is much more interesting. It's a very different ship that's going to be taking that slot, and we'll see if it becomes more competitive, whereas Kaba has seen less and less play in competitive modes lately. It says the compensation for Große Kurfürst is going to be 10,300 credits. Compensation for Kaba is 10,300,000 credits. Kaba is going to be 9,400,000 credits. That's basically, if you have these ships in your port, you're going to receive some credits back when they turn premium. So that's cool, especially in the credits environment we're in right now, where they're still grindable, but we're seeing some more ways that they're going to be become a little more scarce in the future. If you've got those ships in your port, you're going to get a little bit of a payment back. So guys, thanks for tuning in and watching the news. I hope this was educational and informational. Definitely, if this is something you enjoyed, please come hang out with us live at twitch.tv/ClydePlaysLive. Of course, you can subscribe to this channel and catch all of the great stuff that we cover here about World of Warships, battle reports, builds, and of course, just good times. All right, guys, have a great time, and we will catch you later.
This has been the news on Clyde Plays Live.